Hey everybody, we getting ready for college football 27? Are we excited? I know I'm excited. First video that I ever made, so I'm a little bit nervous. I have a little bit of a stutter, so every now and then you'll hear me do that. And it is what it is. That's just life. So we all have struggles. But anyway, I'm excited about my first video. I've never made a video before. I've always wanted to. It's something that I've been scared to do because of my stutter or because of not knowing if I'd be good at it or not. But here we are, and I'm excited to share this with you guys and to learn and to get better at it and to talk about College Football 27 and all the great things that we have to look forward to with that. We had College Football 26 for almost a year now, and it's been fun. It was better than College Football 25, I think, a lot by a lot. I know some people may not agree with that, but I think it was better. They improved a lot of things that I liked. This year was the biggest jump that we've had so far. And I'm excited to be able to do the Dynasty Blueprint. That's been the most thing that I've had the hardest time playing College Football 26 is not having that, not having the Dynasty points, not having, the AD expectations, the different things that we're going to have soon. We're about 2 weeks-ish away if you got the membership plus. And I did. And so I'm excited to be able to play it on July 2nd early access. And I guess before I had been using my imagination a lot when it comes to NIL, and with the AD expectations, I've had my own on the side. I write down and try to make the every rebuild and every dynasty playthrough more fun. But of course, after a while, that kind of gets old. It's hard to stick to it because you want to go after the players, even though you're trying to stick within a budget or whatever it is that you were able to come up with to be able to make your dynasty playthrough more immersive. So, but now we're getting a lot of that in the game, and like I said, the days of us going out there and getting a bunch of 5 stars and being able and to keep them and like being able to hoard talent on the side, having three really good quarterbacks or six really good wide receivers are over because you're going to have to pay them and you're going to have to pay them to get them and you're going to have to pay them to keep them. And, and the days of running up the stats and the games to be able to get awards are going to be something you have to think about. If you're up by 50 points and going into the fourth quarter, you're going to definitely pull your starters now because you don't want your players to score a bunch more points and to get a bunch of yards and to do all these things because they're going to want more money. And because if they win awards based upon what they said in the deep dive, that it's going to make them want more if they win the Heisman, if they win awards, if they break records, I'm assuming, they're going to want to get paid. So that's the thing. That's a whole new thing that makes this so much more fun because now you're going to play a lot more realistically. You're going to have to think about not going after that extra quarterback because one, you're not going to be able to afford to if you want to do everything that the program requires to be good long term, which is have a good coaching staff, to have the good facilities or at least decent facilities, so that you can have better progression, better NIL, with the support staff and being able to get better with the progression because the progression gets a boost as you have better facilities. And with the wear and tear, with the practice now, having to have better facilities to help with the wear and tear, and so it's a whole new beast that we're going to have to deal with, and that's exciting to me. I know it's a lot of people that may not be exciting. It may be, a little bit of a chore. So like some people don't necessarily like to do all the things, but you can do auto on a lot of that stuff, and so people who don't want to do that, you don't have to. But I do, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited for all the different ways we can play. They say it's 130 something different ways to play with all the different programs and expectations and what these programs, are going to want you to do. And over time, you could be at, Kent State and you can raise their level up and their expectations are going to change with it. So it's no longer just like win 6 games or make it to a bowl game, with their historical, of stats that they had in the past, of the records and stuff. So that's how it would reflect in the old game or the current game. So yeah, no, it's fun to be able to sit here and speculate and figure out, how are we going to approach this? And so, but this is why I'm making this video, just to kind of get it, myself out there, to be able to find people who like to play the game the way I like to play the game, to be able to maybe find people who want to be in a community of people who like to play, the Dynasty rebuilds with being realistic and immersive, and even coming up with our own. 'Cause even with the even with the new additions, we're still are going to have to be, use our imagination and be creative, because it's not going to cover everything. It's not going to be perfect. So, but the good thing about it is now we have even more to work with in regards to being, using our imagination and being a more, making every rebuild more immersive. So I'm excited. I'm super excited. Like I'll hardly contain myself. And it's very hard to play College Football 26 after, hearing all about what's coming out. And if you played the beta and just, going back to it was a little depressing, honestly, to go back to the other game. But we only got about 2 weeks, a little bit more than 2 weeks, until we can play it for good. And I can't wait. And like I said, thank you guys for being able to let me make this first video and to be able to put myself out there for the first time on YouTube. And I'm hoping to be able to keep doing this. I'm hoping to get better at it. I'm hoping that I can find people who want to be able to be a part of this journey with me and to help me get better, and to be a part of a community of people who love College Football 26, and who are going to hopefully love College Football 27 even more, and for us to come up with ideas to encourage each other to be able to stick to our our rules and our plans to make this game to be able to last throughout the year, and not try to break the game in regards to recruiting and different ways to exploit it. And I know that that's okay for some people, but once you do that, it's really hard to play any other way. It's hard to do it, so I try to avoid that as much as possible. So I try to use restraint. I try to use restrictions to be able to really get the best out of the game. And so that's what I want to do with College Football 27 too. And I'm hoping that with all their additions, it's a lot easier to do that. That it's a lot easier to not try to exploit it or whatever and break it to where it's not fun anymore. And so, yeah, I mean, obviously, we know it's not going to be perfect, and we know there's going to be some bugs, and we know there's going to be things that we wish that they would have added that maybe don't make the game, or that they didn't do yet. But I guess I'm always kind of like, I try to be a glass half full person, even though I guess by nature I'm a glass half empty person. But if we are always negative when it comes to games, besides just giving, our feedback, we want to give our feedback to the people who are making the game. We definitely do. We definitely want to point out issues and bugs, and we want to have our wish lists and things that are going to make every game better. But I don't want to be the kind of person who just bashes every game, because then what do you have to do for the whole year? You're just going to do that? You're not going to play and enjoy it? So I don't know. And like I said, I'm not judging anybody who does that, because, I mean, that's their way of enjoying it. That's their way of getting through it. But I don't want to be that. I want to enjoy it. I want to have fun. I want to make the best of what we got to work with. And maybe amongst us making it the best that we have to work with, they're able to learn from us, and the things that we add to it on the side, and our suggestions they're able to put into the game. And I think it's going to be a lot easier to do that because of the the way things have gone with AI and all all the growth in with that and all that stuff, that it makes making games easier. And I think that that's something that we noticed probably with the jump and all they added to this new game, that they were able to do a lot more with the with the assistance of AI, I would assume, or maybe just the technology in general has made it easier. So I'm hoping that that's a trend and not just something that was like a one-off. We're going to get a big jump every other year, and then we have to kind of get like a small update. That would be tough, especially the way that they packaged the membership plus. Like, I don't have a problem with it as much. It was the same price as I would have paid if I would have gotten it, not at the membership way. You know what I'm saying? So but it's just the way that they, made you have to get it in order to be able to do the beta and to get the coaching abilities. Like, as long as, they continue to improve the game, if that's, I guess, and of course I may be in the minority, if that is the trade-off of getting a really good game every year, I guess I'm okay with it, as long as the price doesn't change, you know what I'm saying, very much over the next couple of years. I'm okay with that. If every game improves to this level, and this was a big jump. This was, I don't even know what percentage to give it, but it was a really big jump compared to 26 and 25 and 26. It wasn't a big jump. So I'm really hoping that this can be a trend in that direction. And next year, that's even more of a jump with all the improvements of technology that we have. So, but anyway, I'm just rambling, and I'm just trying to get what's off my mind, I guess, because it helps when you're waiting for a game to talk about it. Like I said, I don't have any friends who play the game really. I don't have a lot of gaming friends. So this is something that I'm hoping that changes that we're able to find people who want to be in a part of a community of people who maybe also don't have people who they can talk to about the game with. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this first video with me. Thank you for bearing with me with me learning and with my stuttering and the different challenges it is when you're trying to become a content creator at the very beginning. So please, if you're okay with my stutter and you're okay with me learning as I go, can you please subscribe and be part of this journey with me? And I'm hoping to get better and better, and hoping to have a community of people who love enjoying college football 27. So thank you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.